Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to expand and multiply two different polynomials from their factored form. So for the first one, we have y is equal to 2x minus 3 times x plus 1 all squared. Now, again, there are many different ways to go about this. I'm going to do it one particular way. Feel free to do it a different way if you rather. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by working with the x plus 1 all squared, right? Which means x plus 1 times itself twice. So if we work with that first, and again, you'll get to the point where you can do this in your head without writing this out, right? But if you're new, feel free to do that. So then we get 2x minus 3 times, now x times x gives x squared, x times 1 is 1x, plus 1 times x is another x. So x plus another x gives us 2x, right? I'm skipping one step there, but hopefully that makes sense. And then finally, 1 times 1 is a 1 at the end. Now, we've expanded x plus 1 all squared into this trinomial, and so we have a factor, a binomial times a trinomial. So we know the rule, right? Every term in the first bracket multiplies every term in the second bracket, and then we'll go about simplifying it down. So we get y is equal to 2x times x squared is, rather, 2x cubed, right? X times x squared, x to the power of 3. Then 2x times 2x means plus 4x squared, and 2x times 1 provides plus 2x, right? And now the negative 3 is going to start. So we have negative 3 times x squared, negative 3x squared, negative 3 times 2x, minus 6x, and finally negative 3 times 1 for negative 3. And we can simplify this down by grouping like terms, right? We have 2x cubed, that's the only one of its kind. Next, we have plus 4x squared minus 3x squared, right? So we'll combine the x squares. 4 minus 3 leaves us with 1x squared. Next, the x's, plus 2x minus 6x together make negative 4x, and the only constant term is the minus 3 at the end, and we're done, okay? So that is our polynomial expanded and simplified, and we call this in standard form, in case you see that written out somewhere along the way, okay? For number 2, we have different variables with h is equal to, this is a polynomial in 2 different variables, namely x and y at the same time. So we're gonna go about multiplying and expanding the exact same way. So everything in the first bracket multiplies everything in the second bracket, and then we will simplify. So h is equal to x squared times 2x squared, providing us with 2x to the power of 4, right? X squared times x squared, we add the exponents, and so we get 2x to the power of 4. Next, we have x times y squared, sorry, x squared times y squared, so we get an x squared y squared term, okay? Nothing else we can do with that, x squared y squared. Now, minus y squared times 2x squared means minus 2. Now, you could write that as minus y squared 2x squared, but when we're multiplying elements together, multiplication does not care about the order, right? So y squared times 2 times x squared can also equivalently be written as 2x squared y squared. That way, it looks the same as the one before it, okay? We have x squared y squared, so those are considered to be like terms. So we'll be able to combine them at the end to simplify things down. And finally, minus y squared times y squared is going to mean minus y to the power of 4, okay? And now we can do a tiny bit of simplifying it down. So we have 2x to the power of 4, 1x squared y squared minus 2x squared y squared. Notice we have the exact same exponent on both variables. That is exactly what we need for it to be considered a like term. So we can combine them. 1 minus 2 means we have negative 1 left, so minus x squared y squared, right? And finally, minus y to the power of 4. And again, we're done, okay? So that is our expanding and multiplying and simplifying procedure. Hope this helps. Any questions, please leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.